So, good morning, all of you. So today, we're going to be discussing about what is AWS. What is AWS? Let us fix the agenda. So today we're going to be discussing about what is AWS, AWS versus DevOps. That is an exactly class for today. But before starts, what exactly we have discussed in the last session, let us revise one more time for today. Let us revise one more time for today's session. And yesterday, we have discussed what is DevOps, am I right? Within 10 to 15 minutes, let it be revised last class, last demo session. Then we will move forward to understand what is AWS. We will move forward to the what is AWS. Clear. So let us start with what DevOps. And yesterday I asked you three questions. And what are the first question? What is an application? What is a server? What is an SDLC? Tell me what is an application? The working software which is written any programming we call as an application. That application we're gonna be placed on server side. We're gonna be placed on server side. Once if it is placed on server side, once if it is placed on server side, we can access our internet as a website. Okay, we understood very clearly what is an application, what is a server, and what is an exactly SDLC. What is an SDLC? SDLC is a software development lifecycle. In SDLC, we have several stages like analysis, design, implementation, testing, deploy, and maintenance. And maintenance. By helping of SDLC, we can able to produce an application like Flipkart or Amazon Book My Show, and we can able to do business. But if you want to build, if you want to produce a Flipkart kind of application, how exactly, guys, please, how exactly? Let us understand. If you want to produce a Flipkart kind of application, by following these all the stages, we can able to produce a Flipkart kind of application, guys, please. What are the first one, guys, please? Analysis means what? Gathering information from the client. Gathering information from the client. Gathering information from the client. And based on gathering information, it will be design. Design is nothing but a plan. Design is nothing but a plan. According to the plan, our developers will implement the lines of code by using Java, .NET, Python. Our developers will implement the lines of code, whether it is working or not. Our testers will be verified. Our testers will be verified. Once if it is verified, the testers, we're going to be placing on hundreds of servers, which you are calling as what deployment. Once if it is deployed, we can access our internet as a website like Flipkart or Amazon, Book My Show. Yes. But whether it is application is working or not, we're going to be monitor and maintenance. In SDLC process, if you are a developer, can implement the software. If you are a tester, can verify the software. But if it is a DevOps engineer, if it is a DevOps engineer, if it is a DevOps engineer, what exactly is? If it is a DevOps engineer, if it is a DevOps engineer, what exactly, guys? Please tell me. If it is a DevOps engineer, what exactly we are gonna be, guys? What exactly? DevOps engineer. We are gonna be discussing for today as a DevOps engineer. So DEV is nothing but what? Software development. OPS is nothing but what? Operation. The combination of software development plus operation, which we are calling as what? DevOps. That means what? Our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operations. Ends with what? Operations. Ends with what? Operations. That means we are part of coding, build, test, release, deploy, operation, and monitoring. But to be frankly, we are not developers. We are not testers. We are not developers. We are not testers. Just we are going to be in implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. Clear all of it, please. So as a DevOps engineer, so our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operations. Ends with what? Operations. But tell me, but is is DevOps is a technology? No. DevOps is not a technology. DevOps is a process. DevOps is a process. DevOps is an automated process which is from dev environment to operations. Dev environment to operations. But actually, DevOps is a process while implementing an automated process. While implementing an automated process, usually the developers are writing a lines of code. These lines of code we're gonna be delivering into the production environment. Delivering into the production environment. Production environment. While we delivering working software into production environment, make sure whether you are delivering within a shortest time, with high quality, with low cost, is nothing but what? DevOps process. It's nothing but what? DevOps process. But actually, as a DevOps engineer, we're gonna be replacing with what? A complex pipeline with what? A transparent pipeline. A complex pipeline with what? A transparent pipeline. So, but actually complex pipeline is what exactly? Our SDLC process is a complex pipeline. Our SDLC process is a complex pipeline. Our SDLC process is a complex pipeline. Why we are calling SDLC is a complex process? Because if it is a manual process. Due to this analysis, from analysis to design, design to implementation, implementation to testing, testing to deploy, deploy to maintenance, it is a manual process. Due to this manual process, if we got an issue, any problem, for identification, it will take long time. For resolving issue also, it will take long time. For identification, it will take long time. For resolving issue also, it will take long time. So due to this long time, definitely cost will be increased and quality will be decreased. Cost will be increased, quality will be decreased. Got it very clear. That is the reason we're going to be replacing with what? Our DevOps transparent pipe. We're going to be replacing with what? Our DevOps, an automated transparent pipe. An automated transparent pipeline. Due to this transparent, due to this automation, due to this transparent, due to this automation, even though if you got an issue, even though if you got an issue, so easily we can able to identify, easily we can able to rectify the problem. Easily we can able to rectify the problem. So within a shortest time, we can able to resolve the issue. That means what? Cost will be reduced, quality will be increased. So that is the reason we're going to be replacing a complex pipeline with what? A transparent pipeline. But actual DevOps transparent pipeline is a look like this only. So in this DevOps transparent pipeline, in this DevOps transparent pipeline, we have a plan, code, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operations. And operations. In this DevOps transparent pipeline, our roles and responsibilities start from dev environment, ends with what? Operation. That means we are part of coding, integration, testing, release, deploy, and operation. And operations. But so we are not doing planning, we are not writing any coding, we are not writing any test cases, just we are going to be implementing an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. But for implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we are going to be using some tool stack. Which are all the tool stack we're going to be? Which are all the tool stack which we are going to be learning? Git we are going to be learning. Maven we are going to be learning. Jenkins we are going to be learning. JFrog we are going to be learning. SonarQube we are going to be learning. Ansible, Chef, Amazon, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Elk, and Terraform. By helping of these are all the tools: Git, Maven, Jenkins, JFrog, SonarQube, Ansible, Chef, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Negios, Elk, and Terraform. By helping of these are all the tools, we can able to implement an automated process from dev environment to operations. Is nothing but what are DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. Clear. But while implementing this DevOps transparent pipeline, we required a infrastructure. But what kind of infrastructure we require? What kind of infrastructure we require? What kind of infrastructure we require? First of all, what is an application? Let us understand. What is an exactly application? What is an exactly application? Anybody help me? Application is nothing but a website. Application is nothing but a application is nothing but a website like Flipkart or Amazon, Book My Show. But for maintaining this application, we required a infrastructure. Infrastructure. Please tell me what is an infrastructure? Application is nothing but a website. Agreed. Okay. For maintaining these websites, what kind of infrastructure? Majorly, servers are required. Networks are required. Database is required. And storage is required. Storage is required. So, for maintaining our applications, we required infrastructure. For example, to conduct this DevOps class, we required infrastructure. We required a infrastructure. We required a infrastructure. What kind of infrastructures? Chairs, tables, fans, EV. This kind of infrastructure is required. This kind of infrastructure is required, guys, please. This kind of infrastructure is required. Clear all? But how many ways we can able to get this infrastructure? How many ways to get infra? We can able to get this infrastructure. Physical form, virtual form, and from cloud. We can able to get this infrastructure. We can able to get this infrastructure either from physical environment or virtual environment or from cloud environment or from cloud environment. Okay. So for placing our website, for maintenance of website, we require this infrastructure. This infrastructure, we can able to get it either physical environment, virtual environment, or from cloud environment. But tell me, what is cloud computing? What is? Cloud computing, that is the question. Yeah, let us try to understand for today what is the cloud computing. What is in exactly cloud computing? And before understanding what is the cloud computing, what is in exactly cloud computing before understanding? We should understand first. We should understand first what is a data center. So, what is a data center? The huge computing power, keeping in a rack wise, keeping in a rack wise in a big room, we calling as a data center. What is a data center? The data center is nothing but what? Huge computing power, which you are calling as what? A data center. A data center. So these data centers are located in where exactly? In different geographical locations, like in US, Singapore, in UK, in Hyderabad. In so many places, so many places, so many places. AWS is expanded in a region wide. So what we are experiencing, these data centers, this kind of data centers, AWSs are maintaining in a different regions like in Hyderabad, Mumbai, Ohio, in US, somewhere else regionally. So, but tell me what is in exactly, so maintaining. So what is in exactly a cloud computing, please? What is the meaning of cloud computing? If you can able to access from remote placed resources from these data centers, if we can able to access our internet from a laptop, from your laptop, our internet virtual form is nothing but what? Cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? The remote placed resources, resources such as servers, network, storage, databases, databases. If we can able to access our internet from a laptop is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Is nothing but what? Cloud computing. But if you go for any cloud, if you go for any cloud is a rental based infrastructure. So for example, for deploying our applications or websites, okay, so what kind of infrastructure is required? Servers, network, whatever may be. If we can able to access our internet, our internet is a rental base is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Which is easy for you, please tell me. Which is easy for you, please. Select the news and build the news. Obviously, select the news only. Obviously, select the news. So cloud is providing only select, then use and pay it. So for example, you want to go to railway station to understand this point. You want to go to railway station. You want to go to railway station by car. So how many ways we can able to get a car? Two ways. One is buying car or rental car. Buying car or rental car. So just for reaching railway station or railway, buying a car, rental car. Obviously rental car only. So whatever book a wala cab, getting into the car, reach your railway station, whatever tariff we can pay it. But if you want to buy a car, what will happen? If you want to buy a new car, we need to expand. You need to You need to spend a upfront amount is what? More than 10 lakhs. Driving license, pollution check, insurance copy, all together. The same way here is the point. For maintaining, deploying our applications, we required a infrastructure. We required a infrastructure. We required a infrastructure. So that infrastructure, which we can able to get it from cloud itself as a rental based on usage, we're going to be paying rent. That is what exactly cloud. But which cloud we're going to be learning? AWS, Amazon Web Services, which we are going to be learning. So in industry, in the market, so many cloud providers are available like Azure, Google, AWS, so many cloud providers are available. But we are going to be learning here AWS. AWS is the first cloud provider in the market. We're going to be learning AWS, Amazon Web Services. In Amazon Web Services, we're going to be learning totally 4 models, guys, please. What are the first one? VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, and S3 model. Totally, how many models, guys, please? VPC model, EC2 model, RDS model, and S3 model. Totally, we have a 4 models which we are going to be learning. 4 models which we are going to be learning on. So VPC is nothing but a network. VPC is nothing but a network. EC2 is nothing but a servers. RDS is nothing but a database. S3 is nothing but a storage. So let us revise one more time, please. Let us revise one more time, guys, please. So server is equal to EC2. Network is nothing but what? VPC. Database is equal to RDS. Storage is nothing but what? S3. So what kind of infrastructure required for application, for websites? What kind of infrastructure we require? We can able to get it from cloud. And based on usage, we're going to pay rent like a car. So that is what exactly the cloud. But let us try to understand what is the VPC, what is EC2, what is S3, what is this RDS, and what is S3. Let us try to understand one by one. First, let us start with what? VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. Virtual Private Cloud. It is a VPC. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. So VPC is nothing but what? For example, if you go for any office, any physical environment office, the computer is connected with the network, am I right? Internet cables are not. That is a physical network. The same kind of network, we can able to get it. A isolated private network. If we can able to get it over internet in a virtual form is nothing but what? VPC. I'll repeat. A office kind of private and isolated network. If we can able to access over internet in a virtual form is nothing but what? VPC means what? We can able to getting into the AWS and we can able to create a network cell. We can able to create n number of networks. Anybody can able to getting into the AWS. But once if it is getting, we can able to create a network. This is your network. This is my network. This is my friend's network. Got it very clearly. Once if it is create, we can able to create resources. These resources we can able to control, we can able to access, not by anybody. For example, in Gmail, anybody can log. That means what he can able to read, he can able to visualize your emails only, not by anybody. Not by anybody. For example, can I able to read your emails? Can able to you read my emails? No. The same way, anybody can able to getting into the AWS. But once if it is getting into the AWS, we can able to create our private section. In the private section, we can able to create our resources. These resources only can able to access or control by us, not by anybody. So it is a fully secure. It is a fully secure. The same way we are going to be using EC2 also. What is EC2? EC2 is nothing but a elastic compute cloud. Holistic. Compute cloud. Holistic. Compute cloud. Holistic. Compute cloud means what? Computer means what? RAM, CPU, hard disk, which you are calling as a computing power. So if we can able to access, I'll repeat, elastic means what? A flexible computing power. If we can able to access over internet from your cloud is nothing but what? EC2. So 1E, 2C. 1A, 2C. That's what EC2. By helping of EC2, we can able to create a server. Server is just like your laptop, which are all the components available in your laptop, like CPU, operating system, hard disk, RAM, firewall, network. The same components which we are going to be using in AWS servers also. Your laptop is just for home purpose, but server is for what? Placing your websites, maintenance your websites 24 hours. Okay. But which we are calling as what? EC2 servers. Okay. Fine. So for example, if you want to deploy a Netflix kind of application, how exactly you can? What are the first step which we are going to do? Netflix kind of application. Netflix kind of application. How exactly we can? So what is the first step, please? We're going to be creating a network. First, on top of it, exactly, first, we have to create a network. On top of network, we creating a service. We creating a service. On top of the service, we placing a Netflix kind of application. Once if it is placed, a Netflix kind of application, we can access over internet like this. How exactly we access? Very good. But what about customer information? Login information? How exactly we can? Customer information, login information. How exactly we can? For that, we should use database. Means what? A relational database services, RDS. Means by helping of RDS, we can able to get a MySQL kind of database, Oracle kind of database, whatever. So VPC is nothing but a network. EC2 is nothing but a server. RDS is nothing but a database. But so why we're using Netflix? Okay, so customer information storing onto the database is agreed on. But why we're using Netflix? Netflix is nothing but what? Netflix is a for browsing videos, movies, whatever maybe. Those videos, a larger files. If it is a Blu-ray printed around maybe 3 GB, 4 GB files. Where exactly we can able to inserting into the RDS. No. For that, we should use external storage name called simple storage service. Simple storage services. By helping of S3, we can upload or download any kind of file, like text file, image file, whatever maybe over internet, just like your Google Drive. How we are using, how we are using Google Drive same way, we can able to use our S3 bucket. So by helping of cloud, okay, for placing our websites, what kind of infrastructure we require, we can able to get it in the cloud. But on top of this infrastructure, we are placing what exactly? Websites. But how exactly we can able to implement, how exactly we're placing with an automated DevOps process. So we're going to be in implementing an automated DevOps process. This automated DevOps process, which we are going to be implementing on cloud infrastructure for deploying or placing our websites on a hundreds of servers. This is what exactly the relation between AWS and DevOps. AWS is a providing a infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? We can able to get it infrastructure. On top of the infrastructure, we can able to implement an automated DevOps transparent pipeline. DevOps transparent pipeline. Today, we understood very clearly what is in AWS, we understood. What is the DevOps also, we understood very clearly. Okay. But before taking your questions, okay, let us revise one more time our course over. Let us revise one more time. Our course overview. It is totally around 5 months duration. In this 5 months of duration, complete DevOps will be covered, complete AWS will be covered. And for learning these two courses, complete DevOps and AWS, complete AWS and DevOps. So which are all the prerequisitions? Linux basics required and shell script also required. And no programming, Java, .NET, Python is not required. So we required a laptop with this configuration for daily practice. Who can join in this course? Freshers can join in this course. Experienced students can join in this course. And any graduate can also join in this course. Which are all the benefits, guys, please? Daily class recordings after the payment. Via Google Drive, we are gonna be providing. So from date of registration, you're gonna be accessing up to 11 months. Resume preparation, interview question and answers, 4 live real-time projects, and 80% of software materials I'm going to be providing it. Our course starts with very basic level, finish with what advanced level. Each and every class is a practically implemented in front of you that you need to practice in your laptop. After completion of course, you will receive one certificate from our institute. Daily 1 hour classes are Monday to Saturday. The class timings will be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So you're going to be paying 12 rupees for complete DevOps, for complete AWS, for daily recordings. So if you want to talk to admin, please talk to the admin. So our admin number is 9297. You can WhatsApp, you can call. So this is our course content link. So I'm going to be copy paste in any browser. You can able to see my document list. This is DevOps content, AWS content. Please be open. You can able to come to know what I'm going to be covering. And so tomorrow onwards, we're going to be start regular sessions, and the meeting link will be changed. Who are interested, do the payment and get the new meeting link and join from tomorrow. So I'm going to be share this information in the chat box. Please be get it out. So that's it, guys, please, for today's session. So we'll be continuing by tomorrow. So do you have any questions, please, for today's session?